Hi guys, and welcome to the Proper Jogger vlog, bringing this to you live from Kuala Lumpur. This is my first vlog. Really been inspired by lots of other guys who've been putting out their content on social media recently, and just been inspired by their journeys, and to see that, you know, I'm not alone in what I'm going through as a runner as I tick off various challenges, run various races. So I thought I'll join in, create something for you guys to share my experiences, and along the way share some hints, tips, and meet up with some of you. So I hope you enjoy, guys.
Hello, welcome. This is the first vlog, and as I said in the intro, this is about really just getting back on it after London. I think London was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, but boy do I feel like it was a million years ago. Fitness has just dropped right off. So really this week set myself a goal of getting back out there, and inspired by lots of other guys blogging, thought I'd better start tracking progress. So it's Monday evening, and as the title just said, doing some intervals tonight, which to be fair takes me back to November, December when I started preparing for London. So never enjoyed them, but I know the huge benefit that they can have on your running. So that's been pretty brutal. Done 200-metre reps at quite a quick pace with just sort of a 100-metre walk recovery between. Done about 10 reps of those. So yeah, feeling it. Recovery time's not as quick as I'm used to, but hey, it's one step forward. It's getting back out there. So yeah, so I'm going to track my journey now. We're coming into the summer. I've just come out of London, and I'll blog about that separately. Talk to you about what I learned from my training for London and how it went on the day. And I've been slowly getting back into it. I did the Hackney half with Chris Ford from Fordy Runs. Big shout out, mate. Great run a few weeks ago, and yeah, it was quite hot conditions, but did a 1:56, which I was pleased with. And a few weeks before that, did a local 10k and felt really good. So I've just been knocking out park runs, keeping a really good pace, but I've really let sort of slip the routine of running 2 or 3 times a week. So it's Monday night, I've come out here. The plan is to do a couple more this week. As some of you runners will know, the sort of juggling family, work life becomes really difficult trying to fit it all in. And this week's going to be tough for me because I'm flying out to Asia on business. So Wednesday night I'm flying over to Malaysia. So I'm going to take my running kit with me. Hopefully find somewhere nice to run. And yeah, record that and blog a bit of that. Hopefully meet some of the locals, and yeah, just something different. I was in Hong Kong last November, and I went out really early. My first morning I was really jet lagged, and I remember going out about 5:30 in the morning just to run along the harbour, thinking I'd be on my own, and it was awash with people of all ages out there. So the real fitness culture out in Asia. So Malaysia, yeah, I've found a park. It's about 10 minutes from the hotel. So hopefully I sort of flying through the night and I land there late afternoon. So I should imagine with the jet lag I'll be awake nice and early. So I'm going to find this park, and apparently it's a 1.3 kilometre track, and they've actually laid a proper track surface round, just sort of in shadows of the Petronas Tower. So yeah, it should be pretty stunning. So hopefully we'll get a run in on Friday, and then I've got a 2-day conference there, and then I fly out late on the Sunday. So I'm going to try and knock out another run before showering and heading off to the airport to come back. So yeah, so you'll see that a little bit later in this video, how that's gone. So yeah, join in if you want to follow. Hit the subscribe button. Every little subscriber helps now. I'm going to build up, but hopefully, you know, I'll share some tips, share some of my experiences. Like many of the bloggers, I'm no expert. I'm just your average runner who's setting himself goal after goal. So yeah, stick with me, comment, share your thoughts. We'd love to hear them, and yeah, I look forward to catching you soon.
So you join me in Kuala Lumpur, and it's about 7 AM in the morning. I landed yesterday, and yeah, I think fair to say I've managed to get some sleep, but like any long flight over to Asia, it's the whole body goes ah. And also I've been dealing with some stuff happening back at home with my father going into hospital, which doesn't help, so I've been online since about 4 AM. But anyway, the intention was to come to Kuala Lumpur. I'm here on work, but to get some running in. So I found a park which is about 10 minutes from the hotel, and it's got a 1.3 kilometre track around it, but it's not a natural track. They put a rubber surface down. Not quite as strong as maybe a running track surface would be, so slightly spongier. I read somewhere that if you're prone to landing on your toes, you might struggle a bit, but I land on my heel, so I'm fine there. So it's a 1.3 kilometre tour around here. So the most stunning thing about this is if you look behind me, and if I hold this up a bit more, you can see the Petronas Towers there, which is pretty stunning, and it almost feels like you've been dropped out of the city into a park here. So we're going to go for a run. We're going to see how we go. Actually, it's pretty warm out here. It's about 25 degrees because of the humidity. So we're going to have a run, and yeah, I'll check back in a bit. Oh wow, guys. So I've just done 2 kilometres, and it's warm. I'm slightly off the track now, so hopefully you get a bit of a view. It's really busy down here. It's about 7:15 in the morning now. It's a bit of a shame there's a bit of building work going on over the other side of the park, so it feels like the track's a little bit short, certainly by my watch. But what's really important, what's really good here, sometimes when you travel around the world and you run in new places, I think we also often get caught up in the whole drama of training for a race, and we have familiar routes. You know, I know a lot of my running is done probably around industrial estates, very lonely, very isolated. Occasionally, if I get a chance to run at work, I run along the River Thames, which is, you know, it's got some fantastic sights. But you come to places like this and you realise how lucky some people are and how well equipped they are. So not only is this a beautiful park, which sort of is slap bang, and I mean slap bang in the middle of Kuala Lumpur, it does feel like you're not in the city. It's a bit like Central Park in New York. You know, you're here, and whilst you can see skyscrapers, you know, there's loads of vegetation, there's loads of trees, you can hear the birds singing. Really magic, and you're out with other runners as well. So even though you're running alone, you can see everybody doing their own stuff. So walking towards me now as a girl is just doing some hill reps. So it's a pretty flat track. It's a bit of a hill and then a bit of a downhill here, which helps because it lends itself to doing some good sort of reps. So the surface is really good. It's not too spongy. Actually, I'm finding it very comfortable. I've had a few niggles recently. I've changed trainers recently, so I'm still wearing them in, and I have a tendency to overpronate, and I'll do a blog on that separately, but that puts a strain on certain parts of my leg, and when I adjust to a different pair of trainers, it usually takes quite a few runs to adapt my style. But this is quite good. Some nice cushioning here, lands on the hill pretty soft. The other good thing on this track is they've got 100-metre markers, so that's really helpful if the course was complete. Obviously with the building works at the moment, they're a bit deceptive, but it would allow you to do your intervals here. The other thing I've noticed here, which in this humidity is a godsend, is they've got water fountains. So even though I've got the hotel water, you can fill up, and boy, you know, I've just done 2 kilometres and I've already done half a bottle of water, so it's really good. So we're going to do a lap in a minute, and I'm going to try and record it as I run, but this is a phone I'm using here, not the GoPro, so it might be a little bit bouncy, and if so, here's a health warning. If you're watching this on YouTube, guys, you know, there could be a little bit of motion sickness going on. So yeah, let's do a lap. Hi guys. Oh, crazy. You know, London was tough, and nothing would ever compare to London, but this is tough at 7:30 in the morning.
I've run in Hong Kong before, but nowhere near this one. I've just done 4k. Oh, yeah, not far to go. Oh, so that's me done, guys. Been running for, I've done about 5k, obviously with a lap filming, so, but do you know, if I get a chance to come back out before I fly back, that's probably going to be later in the day when it's warmer. Don't think you can run your UK 5k times, because I've just been running, well, I ran a 5:05, 4:55, 5:10, 5:17. I'm going past people and thinking you guys are running quite slow and you've got all the gear on, but the humidity really does sort of drain you. So just been talking to an Australian girl as well back there who's doing intervals, and she's going for it. I just said to her, how many of those you're doing? She went, too many. So it's fabulous here. The sun's starting to come out now, and I don't know if you can, but it's absolutely beautiful. It really is. You know, really so lucky people here that have somewhere like this. You know, if other cities could learn, I guess there's a cost, isn't there? You know, the cost to put down a rubber track like this now in the UK probably be vandalised, but you know, they've given me a running track, they've given me 100-metre markers, they've given me water fountains, and you may have seen as we went round, if you weren't getting motion sickness, we had men sweeping the leaves off the track for us as well, and had blowers as well. So yeah, you know, it's a very clean country, and you know, it makes running all more enjoyable. So that's me done. It's 7:45, so back to cool down, maybe have a quick swim, breakfast. And I'm quite pleased with that, given that I hadn't had much sleep in the last 36 hours and not a huge amount to eat, pretty much running on empty. That's yeah, thumbs up. So speak to you soon, guys.